Hello, I'm Grant Nelson, and this is Rural Reflections. I like living in the country. We get to mow the lawn at any hour that's convenient, and the privacy is a wonderful privilege. Plus, social distancing, that's a piece of cake. As a young man, I wanted to live on a farm just like this. It's good for my soul. However, it's never really a farm without the cattle. I grew up on a dairy farm, which is where I grew to really love cattle. I'll go even further and say that I respect and admire cattle. Cattle are tough, playful, and often kind to each other. They may battle occasionally, but that's only in a way to establish social order. Their battles are usually brief, after which life goes on, unlike humans who carry grudges as if they were blue ribbons. Some humans believe cattle are unintelligent because we can't understand their motivations. I think humans don't understand cattle because the average cow doesn't carry all the moral imperfections which seem to motivate humans. Cattle motivations are quite simple. Their rules for life are consistent and kind of useful for humans when we interact with them. Their rules aren't that hard to learn. However, most humans cannot learn from cattle because their ego won't allow them to learn another culture's rules, even if it can be helpful in how they interact with cattle. That last line's what I like. Learning about another culture. I don't travel much, but I think it's enjoyable to learn about the world. Sometimes think I'm more comfortable among cattle, although I'm clearly an outsider in their group. I'm a tourist, or maybe a pledge, who wants to become part of their club. It's an opportunity to observe and compare reactions in order to learn how to best get along in their world. I always feel good when I can walk among the cattle without much disturbance. I guess it feels like acceptance. So, winters around here are quiet as the cattle go home. I prefer their absence as I always worried about the cattle during the winter. As long as they have some shelter, food, water, and bedding, cattle are pretty good survivors. However, it still bothered me. I guess I have relaxed a little since then, as far as cattle are concerned. I've gone from being a new parent to a young, handsome grandfather. Cattle have always been the same. It's just me who's changed. I'm now relaxed enough to accept the good and bad of cows. This extends into acceptance of life in general. The way cattle live their lives is almost like yoga to me. The slow and deliberate pace of cow life invites you to become more patient. Maybe I missed the mark in the first paragraph when I said it doesn't feel like a farm without cattle. More accurately, it doesn't feel like my life without cattle. I'm Grant Nelson. This is Rural Reflections.